Hi YouTube, this is Mark from Abilities, and today we're going to show you a cap that we designed for the top of the urinal that allows you to secure your catheter while performing intermittent catheterization. So stay tuned. So during COVID, one of the things that I wanted to do was learn how to use a straight catheter. And the reason why is because I was home, I didn't really need a closed system bag. I thought I can just pull up to the toilet, use this, use a urinal. What does that look like? And the reason I wanted to do it was not just because of the closed system bag, because that would have been easier, right? I have that, but I know there's a lot of people that still use these. And so I thought when I go back out into the world, when things die down and I go start eating in a restaurant, what does this look like? What can I use a straight catheter out in a restaurant? Can I use it at home? What are the pain points and constraints? And so I started by figuring out how to hold one of these, and I'm going to show you that. So this is a hydrophilic catheter. And let me just show you what I like about it. So again, we're trying to stay sterile. There's liquid in here. I'm not going to release that, but I just want to show you. Okay, so with this catheter, you've got this little sleeve, which protects the catheter. And for me, I learned how to insert this using that little sleeve to be able to put it in. So I got pretty good at it. And I'm not going to get into a bunch of detail about how I do it, but anyway, I got to the point where I could insert this into my urethra and use this catheter, which was cool. But the problem I found was that these are short, they don't reach into a toilet. Okay, so what's the next best thing? And that's using a urinal, right? So using a urinal, what I would typically do is I would hook it on my pants. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Easy. So I'd pull my pants down a little bit. And I would want to use a urinal. Now we'll take this top off. We'll talk about that in a sec. But when putting the urinal here, I would just put it in my pants, and I'd have it right here. Now the thing that I noticed with the straight catheters once it was in, and usually I have my pants down a little bit lower, but this catheter, it's just kind of hanging out inside this big opening, and sometimes the catheter would pop out, and it would just spill all over my clothes. That was not a good thing because it's really hard to change your clothes. Like for me as a quadriplegic, it takes a lot of time, so I didn't want that to happen. So with this, I thought, okay, what if we just design something to sit on top that would lock the catheter in place? And so that's how we came up with this cap. So let me show you. So the design was intended to, you bring your catheter in here. Sorry, you bring it up here in the top, the bigger hole, you put it down, and then you lock it in place. And so we thought, okay, let's go and look at what urinals are out there. Unfortunately, not all of them are universal in this diameter opening, but we found a couple that we could use. So once I put it on there, just gonna snap on there. The idea would be is that you've got that opening. So now when I put this in my pants, I'm gonna have this catheter, and when it goes in, I'm just going to loop it in, and it's going to stay in there. So you can see, like, I can actually pull it out like this. It's going to lock in place. And this was really important because I didn't want to leak all over myself, and I did it quite a bit. I'd be like rushed or in a hurry. I'd come in here and put the urinal down, and that would happen. So this is a nice little device that helps me. I use it every day because I do use straight catheters when I'm home versus the closed system. And it's worked out great. It's a simple little design, but it solves a very big problem because these catheters are not long enough to reach in the toilet, let alone having a urinal. All right, so hopefully that video was helpful, kind of showing you what the purpose of this is. I use it every day. I love it. It may work for some, not for all, but this definitely improves my quality of life and lets me kind of get going with my day. So we're going to keep sharing a bunch of these products that we've made at Abilities. Leave comments, share your ideas, things that you use that work well for you. Let's just have a good dialogue back and forth. It just makes for good conversation, and it helps others out there that are struggling with something similar. So stay tuned. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. So keep working hard. Take care, and thanks for joining me.